But oh man, does Satan love shame. You see, shame is the belief that deep in our core that we are wrong and that we are bad. And then what happens is Satan loves to feed off of this negative energy that we have in our minds and in our hearts, because in reality, Satan wants us to believe 4 key things about ourselves that are ultimate lies. He wants you to believe you are worthless, you are unlovable, you are unredeemable, and you don't belong anywhere. But you know what? God has given us very powerful weapons that we can use to combat shame so that we can completely conquer it and be free of any shame that might be over our life. So there's 3 key weapons that God has given us. The first weapon that He's given us to have freedom from shame is our mind. Because I'll tell you this, whenever a thought of shame or a negative lie starts to creep into our mind, God has given us the ability to do 3 things. Recognize the lie. Forgive ourselves for thinking that way, and then choose again. So we recognize the lie, forgive ourselves for thinking that way, and we choose again. We can use our mind. The second weapon that God has given us to have freedom from shame is vulnerability. You see, the more that we are vulnerable and share our story with other people, the more healing that we will feel overall. But most importantly, we also need to share our story of shame with God. Because you know what? God already knows you more intimately than you know yourself. So vulnerability is a key weapon to fight shame. And the third weapon to fight shame and find complete freedom is forgiveness. We need to, number 1, you need to forgive yourself. Forgive yourself for whatever you did. It doesn't matter anymore. And number 2, remember, God has already forgiven you. He's already forgiven you of anything you've done in the past, anything you're going to do today, and anything that you're going to do tomorrow or in the future. You are already completely and fully forgiven. So ladies, your challenge this week is, if shame still has any kind of hold on you, use those weapons that God gave you. Use the weapons of your mind, vulnerability, and forgiveness to fight shame. Because in reality, shame doesn't stand a chance, because God, the weapons He gave you and His forgiveness will completely set you free.